You are live with Dominic.
Thank you, Dominic. Well done. Question, you had that fantastic match with Rafael in 2018, quarterfinal, night match on Ash. Can you talk about some of the details in that match, what you remember about it, and also what you learned from it and took away from it?
I still love to remember that match, as it was 100% one of the 3 best matches I've ever played. A great atmosphere out there, and I remember that already the round before against Anderson, who was back then the finalist of last year's US Open 17. I played great tennis, and I kept that good feeling until the quarterfinals against Rafa, and I think we both played on a good level. It was like almost 5 hours, great match of tennis, and of course I was really disappointed not to get the win back then, but it helped me to play a great finish of that year, gave me a big boost of confidence. Right after I played a great Davis Cup tie, I won St. Petersburg, I played semis Paris-Bercy, where I qualified for the ATP finals. So that match gave me a huge boost for the rest of the season, and definitely it's something I will remember forever. And also I love to watch the highlights or sometimes even the whole match when I'm bored or when I try to relive the feeling somehow. So definitely great moments for me to remember.
Details about the atmosphere?
It was my first night match on Ash back then, and I think the matchup with Rafa is most of the times great. There are great rallies, very attractive rallies, and in general it's amazing to share the court with him. I think we like each other a lot, respect each other a lot. Had many battles already, so the atmosphere was great, and I think we both delivered quite good on that day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter. Up next, Times India, Prajwal. You are live with Dominic.
Congratulations, Dominic. I just
Thank you.
Wanted to ask you about your opponent today. What did you think of his game? And
I think it was a good game in general from both of us, and I was playing well today. I also have to say, I had a good plan for the match because he's very dangerous when he can dictate with his forehand. So I was exactly trying to avoid that. He has also very, very fast legs. He's moving around very quick on the court. So I was trying to play my fastest tennis to keep him on the backhand, to not let him dictate with the forehand. And I did that very well today. And I think the only bad game he played was at 4-3 for me in the first set, where he kind of came back into the match after he broke me, and then he did some unforced errors. But beside of that, I think was a good match on a quite good level, and I'm happy to be through in straight sets. Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, thank you. Dominic, if you would just look to your left to the blue screen on the monitor, we have a question from Willie Weinbaum of ESPN. How would you describe Marin Cilic and your thoughts on playing him in the next round?
He's one of the big champions of the last decade, one of the very few players, active players who won a Grand Slam tournament here in New York, of course, as everybody knows. I think, I mean, not from the players, but from outside perspective, he's underrated because he achieved almost everything what you can achieve as a tennis player: Grand Slam champion, Masters 1000 champion, played 2 other finals in a Grand Slam. So, as I said, definitely one of the best players of the last decade, true champion. And even though for sure he's not on the top of his game beginning of this year and maybe also last year, he's always dangerous for a big and deep run in these big tournaments. And it's not a guy I want to face in the third round, as he's a former champion. As on a good day, he can beat anybody. So gonna be a real tough one.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go back to Peter from ESPN, who has a follow-up question. Peter, you're live once again with Dominic.
Yes, Dominic, the atmosphere in Ash during the Nadal match, particularly with the fans, must have been incredible. And it's going to be very, very different this year, no matter how far you go, even to the finals. So can you just comment on that and talk about how you deal with that mentally?
It's tough and it's also a little bit sad for sure. And I try to push myself more because usually the fans help you with that a lot. And it's strange in negative, but also in positive moments. If in negative moments, the fans' energy can get you up again. And in positive moments, I mean, today I think there were some very, very good points. And in your head, there is the feeling or the memory that if you play a great point, that the stadium goes crazy, and now you play a great point and it's complete silent. So that's tough. But it is how it is, the situation. And hopefully this is the only or one of very few slams where we have the situation like that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Let's go to Tamani from The Guardian, who will have our last questions in English. Tamani, you are live with Dominic.
Hi, Dominic. I just wanted to ask about what happened with the Red Bull can.
I mean, yeah, it's not allowed, the Red Bull can on court, which is completely fine. I know that. But sometimes it helps me a lot on court, so I want to have it. I can also drink it in a playing cup. But there was a little bit of a conversation. But, well, I don't want to tell the details now. It was a little bit awkward, I guess. But next time I'm going to go with a playing cup. That's it.
Sorry to ask, but on camera, it kind of caught you mentioning anti-doping. So I'm curious, were you wary of, if they filled it themselves, that it might be tampering or something?
No, I mean, they wanted to go out with the open can and fill it in a playing cup without me observing it. And that's what pissed me off a little bit, because the anti-doping rules are so strict. So I don't want to lose the can out of my sights. And in general, there are so strict rules these days. And then they propose me to fill the can in a playing cup without me observing it, and that pissed me off a little bit. But, well, it was just a little thing and nothing happened at the end.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Tamani. And that concludes the English portion of our press conference.